Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is headed to Washington for what's being called a critical round of talks with U.S. President Donald Trump. This marks Netanyahu's third visit to the United States this year, and at a time when pressure is mounting on all sides to bring to an end the war in Gaza. Before departing for the White House, Netanyahu said there is now a real chance to broaden the circle of peace and to shape a better future for both Israel and the West Asia. Ahead of the visit, Netanyahu stated that the visit will also include talks with other top officials, including U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, Trump's West Asia envoy Steve Witkoff, and others. Israel has also sent a negotiating team to Qatar, which has served as a key mediator between Israel and Hamas. Efforts to secure a ceasefire in Gaza now appear noticeably different from those in the past. This time, the calls for a deal are emerging from within Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's own political base. In Tel Aviv, opposition to the war in Gaza has been growing. Many people are questioning the prolonged military presence in the region, especially after more than 20 soldiers were killed in the past month.
It's a hope. Unfortunately, I can tell you that we had several times in the past that we thought that there is a deal, and we had deals, but not all the hostages were released. So the only victory will be when all the hostages will come back. Until then, we lose. We just lose. Soldiers are being killed in Gaza, and we don't. The military doesn't manage to bring back hostages alive.
I'm confirming the potential for a breakthrough has pledged to push Netanyahu firmly towards an agreement. The upcoming talks are also expected to cover Iran, following last month's joint U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. Although many are speculating that this meeting will serve as a kind of victory lap after the operation.
It's kind of an amazing contrast between what the mood was like or how the two leaders were interacting in April, where there was a lot of speculation actually about a lot of daylight between the U.S. and Israel and areas of tension and differences, with Iran being at the top of the list.
All these developments come after Hamas responded in a positive spirit to a U.S.-brokered Gaza ceasefire proposal and say the group is prepared to enter into talks immediately. In response, Israeli officials have expressed concerns over Hamas's requested changes to the plan, calling some of the demands unacceptable. In a rare pre-departure meeting, Netanyahu met with Israeli President Isaac Herzog. According to Herzog's office, the president stressed on the urgent need to achieve a breakthrough in negotiations for a ceasefire and a hostage deal. In the official readout, the president said, and I quote, "The Prime Minister carries with him an important mission, advancing a deal to bring all our hostages home." WION spoke to Mr. Edward P. Joseph, who's a lecturer at the Johns Hopkins University, and this is what he told us.
Let's certainly hope, for the sake of both the long-suffering civilians in Gaza, as well as the families of the hostages held by Hamas in Gaza, that this is finally the breakthrough that we've needed to see. In fact, President Trump came into office with a breakthrough. While President Biden was still in office at the very end of his term, the two effectively together achieved a 2-month ceasefire, the longest ceasefire since this war began after the October 7th attacks by Hamas on Israelis back in 2023. And that did last for 2 full months, and then until it again fell apart. So there is a breakthrough. There's a determination by President Trump to achieve both a ceasefire and really an end to the conflict